You're doing it now and you're doing a great service, because it's one thing to see quote unquote celebrities talking about it, but people, the common man is like, yeah, but I don't have the resources that they have. I don't have the outlets that they have. I don't have the myriad of people that I can reach out to. It just takes reaching out to one person. And what you're doing is you're doing an incredible service to humanity, because you just a guy who has suffered a trauma, and you're sharing his experience, strength, and hope with other people so they can maybe get some hope from that. So, there's a relatability that you have with people that maybe we don't have. So it's going to take it takes all of us, man. It takes a village. I've suffered with depression my whole life. I lost my mother to murder at 15. So I have a deeply rooted history in trauma and PTSD. I'm lucky enough to join a band at 17, Jane's Addiction. And there were all these finish lines in my head. Like, once we get a record deal, I'm going to be okay. Once we get a gold record, we're going to be okay. Once I make a certain amount of money, we're going to be okay. Once we get a certain level of visibility, or I get a certain girl, or once I make it here, I'm going to be okay. And I'm here to tell you that there is no external thing that is going to fix the deep-rooted problem of trauma. So it's not about like, well, he had everything, why was he depressed? Depression is a mental disorder. It is something that can be worked with and can be held and guided and healed with work, through somatic body work, through breath training. There's a yoga, there's a million things that you can do that don't require tons of money and tons of resources. And the number one thing is that we always say, putting aside the shame of it all and being vulnerable enough to just ask for help to one person, because in that vulnerability comes a fucking superpower. If you can allow yourself to be human for 2 seconds and say, hey, I'm not doing so good, it can change the course of your life.